All right, let's share some good news. Former Nigerian President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is back from his election observing in Guinea-Bissau that turned chaos this week that just passed. But before we talk about why this is important and also concerning, let's hear his interview with the journalists.
Who is fooling who? Basically, what happened in Guinea-Bissau is quite disturbing to me, who believes in democracy. In fact, I feel more pained than the day I called Buhari to congratulate him when I lost the election as a sitting president. Because I've been quite particular about Guinea-Bissau. As a sitting president, then, Guinea-Bissau was in crisis. Started by about 2012. By 2011, we have to go physically. We worked with them and made sure that by 2014, we went 2013, elections were conducted. In fact, it was so bad the day that I learned that the military man went to the office of the prime minister and slapped the prime minister in the office. It was that bad. And what is happening is like we are going back to those dark days of Guinea-Bissau.
Okay, so we have heard it. Not only Guinea-Bissau going back in the days, most countries in Africa, and especially West Africa, are going backwards, not forward. Okay, so let me just give you a breakdown of what happened. There was a military junta in Guinea-Bissau on the November 26, 2025. And as a result of the disputed presidential election that took place on the 23rd of November, between the incumbent president Umaru Sissoco and the opposition leader or candidate Fernando Diaz, both of them claimed themselves as winners. And that was where the problem started. So, in order to restore peace, allegedly, the military had to come in and wade in, to step in, whichever, and took over. But there are rumors or there are news somewhere claiming that the incumbent president, that is the Umaru Sissoco, staged this coup in order to remain in power. As you can imagine, he staged the coup like he planned it for him to remain in power. And to tell you, this is the 11th coup in West Africa in the last 5 years. Are we talking about Mali? Are we talking about Guinea, the other Guinea? Are we talking about Burkina Faso? Niger, etc., etc. In fact, in Africa, we have had Chad, Madagascar, and all those other places having coup. What is going on? The question now is, the real question is, what is happening with African leaders? And what is happening in West Africa in particular? It's like other places in Africa, maybe North Africa, East Africa, were going forward, the West Africans just going backward. And Nigeria should watch out because 2027 is around the corner. In fact, it's in our doorstep. And we shall see what will happen in 2027 because if the incumbent is not performing and he's been defeated and he refused to relinquish power, let's not hope or not pray that what happened in Guinea-Bissau will also happen in Nigeria in 2027. Okay, so in another development, the governor of Niger State, Muhammad Umaru Bago, has come out to blame the schools for flouting the shutting orders of schools in Niger State and also blaming Nigerians for fueling Christian genocide narratives, claiming that the figures released by Khan is questionable and that the school said missing students, meanwhile, not abducted. So what he's trying to say is that the school is claiming that those students, they are recorded missing and not abducted. But also saying that Khan is inflating the figures of children that were being kidnapped, the children that got missing, according to the school reports. So we don't know which report to believe. Is it the Khan and the school report or the governor? Meanwhile, governors in Nigeria have security votes they are supposed to be using to protect lives and property. They are not supposed to depend on the federal government. They have security votes, for crying out loud. I think it is high time or highest time Nigerians started asking questions from these leaders that are taking Nigerians for granted. Let's hear his news release the other day about this issue, and let me know what you think in the comments if this governor is actually concerned about what is happening in his State.
The governor, Umaru Bago, announced in a recent BBC interview that 11 students out of over 300 kidnapped from St. Mary's Catholic School have been rescued, claiming that the number of students reportedly kidnapped is exaggerated. The governor also claimed that kidnapping is being used to blackmail the country to show that Christians are being maligned. Let's take a look.
A lot of people who even attend the school, who are even students in that school or pupils, are probably not just Christians. It's a mixture. A lot of devil advocacy would say people are trying to take advantage of that situation, to trying to blackmail the country. And this is what I feel. Like this is like an attempt to blackmail or to bring crisis within this country, trying to portray that Christians are maligned or are being treated otherwise. But it's not so. There was an attack and there was scare. A lot of children went into the forest. The school said to me in writing, missing, not abducted. Number of missing students. So they are not certain whether these entire students are with the bandits, nor or are they in the bush. We have opened a register there and we are counting. We have started rescuing some of their children. Some of them have been reunited.
Are you categorically saying that students have been rescued?
Yes.
Because the school told us that students escaped.
In a farm settlement, we rescued 11 people. So outside the last 15.
All right, this was the one that caught my attention the most, and it's funny, but it's not funny. It's looking like when you speak up, when you speak out in Nigeria, it's a crime now. Kidnapping, ransom paying, or taking, terrorism, or whatever. Those heinous crimes that used to be crimes like a criminal crime are no longer crimes in Nigeria. It's when you talk and voice that's the problem. Nnamdi Kanu is now sentenced to life imprisonment for speaking against the government of the day. Now we hear say Datti Baba-Ahmed is accused of, he has been invited by the DSS, and what is the reason for the invitation for him to question him? Accused of his alleged comments blaming the judiciary and the military for allowing Tinubu and Shettima to be sworn in. Also describing the security effort as a joke. So, Sheikh Gumi, who I talked about in my previous video, has been moving and gallivanting around everywhere, every time, talking, spitting, anything, just saying whatever he likes every day. In fact, the last time we heard that they invited him, in fact, he went there and came out without any questioning. Now, people who speak up, who speak and stand for Nigerians are the ones that are always being trampled upon. Those are the ones they will track and bring them to book. But the ones that are even committing the crime, that are perpetrating evil, no. Terrorists and bandits, they are just on TikTok every day, spraying money, in fact, they did live chats the other day that they were even asking people, what do they think? What kind of country, what kind of audacity is that in a country that we have security, we have intelligence, and nobody could track these people? I was shocked to see that video of terrorists doing live streaming on TikTok, and Nigerians were asking them questions. That is boldness of the highest order. In fact, that's the boldness of the century. But anyway, let me also know what you think about this, because we are still awaiting official statements from the DSS anyway to know why they've invited Datti Ahmed Baba, and maybe it's in relation with the allegedly.
Okay, judiciary, please see what you've done. You have brought in an incompetent government that is incapable of fulfilling their promises. Nigerians, you and I and everyone, Obi, Atiku and everybody, see what we have done to ourselves, allowing Tinubu Shettima to ruin our country. The armed forces, see what you've done, that they will come look you in the face and call you bloody fools.
Okay, so this next story is pertaining the insecurity in Nigeria, as we've been talking, and kidnapping in particular. And this one happened in Edo State. Edo couple kidnapping. A couple identified as Segiri Were and his pregnant wife Zainab were kidnapped on 22nd of November 2025 in Aviele village near Auchi, Esako, West Local Government Area of Edo State. The kidnappers have come out to demand 50 million naira. They still have the audacity to film their victims and send the video to the family members requesting ransom if ransom is not paid. they will kill the woman who is pregnant.
Said. Meanwhile, in Edo State, a shocking new video has surfaced online showing a husband and his pregnant wife being held at gunpoint by terrorists in the middle of a forest. The video was posted on Thursday by activist Harrison Gwaminishu. In the video, the terrified couple appealed to the public for help, saying that their kidnappers are demanding 50 million naira, but that their families are not able to raise the money and are only able to raise 7 million naira. Some viewers might find this video distressing. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's take a look.
My wife get belly, they want to put her. I beg, Mona Airport, Mona Airport. No, less 7 million of family of feelings. I beg, Mona Airport, Mona Airport. They say now 15 million in the fine. Mona Airport, Mona Airport.
This is where my brother and his wife were kidnapped last night. The both of them, around the hours of 7 to 8. He was coming back from town yesterday in his house when they kidnapped him and his wife. According to somebody that was at home, he said he saw Fulani men taking them inside the bush. This is the bush where he was taken into. This is the place where we saw their footprints. Our younger brother that was at home yesterday, he saw them. So he was the one that called us. Before we got to the environment, they were already gone.
Well, this is the latest in a number of kidnappings for ransom that we have seen from Edo State. We have not yet seen a statement from, the governor of the state, Monday Okpebolo, or from the Edo State Police Command. But Gwaminishu has said that he has, alerted the federal and state government to act swiftly on their behalf. We have seen videos from this activist, Harrison Gwaminishu, who's been doing a fantastic job helping to rescue our kidnapped victims. Now we are seeing these vulnerable people, being kidnapped. In Niger State, there was a pregnant woman kidnapped. Now we're seeing these people in the forest. He's there crying, saying they are demanding 50 million naira. You saw where they live. Where are they going to get 50 million naira from? And
Meanwhile, Edo State governor, what he knows how to do is to hype. Carrying hype men up and down everywhere to be hyping. Hey, Baba, hey, Okpebolo, na him be the man. Okpebolo is the governor. Okpebolo that cannot speak English, one complete sentence, he cannot produce. He used to be a senator, now a governor. I don't know how he managed to got in there into these positions. And I don't know how Edo people, Edo used to be a learned society, a learned place that people of high repute come out from. I don't know how they allowed Edo State to descend into this. But anyway, let me not derail from the topic. So the topic we are talking about is the kidnapping that took place. And these people still have the audacity, like we said before, to film and send to the family members. Nigerian security cannot track them. They cannot nip them in the bud. Nobody has caught them. So if all this insecurity, kidnapping, everything has moved from northwest, northeast to north central to Kwara State, Ekiti State, now in Edo State, it don't reach south. What thing remain to enter southeast, southwest? That means don't reach every part of Nigeria, and that is a serious issue. We hear say police, Edo State Police, they've launched investigation. We are waiting for their investigation to come out. What Monday Okpebolo knows how to do is to say, I ban Peter Obi from entering Edo State. I ban this politician from... In fact, he said it in his campaign the other time that insecurity is going to increase in Edo State when he was campaigning. So maybe that was a prophecy or intentional statement. Nobody knows. So let's look.